Okay, my last video is just about castles. Now, this is another way that William tries to consolidate, tries to strengthen his power over England. And to control his enemies, he needs a way to defend his land. And the way he comes up with is building castles. And he has to do this quickly. So he comes up with this idea of building them. Not when you think castle, you'll think Prague Castle, you'll think stone, but he actually builds them from earth and wood. And he calls these Motte and Bailey castles. Now we can see a diagram of this here. So the Motte is basically a hill. So this it looks a bit like a figure eight here. It has two parts. Now the hill is, or the mound we'd call it nowadays, is the highest bit. And at the top of that you've got the keep. The keep is the safest part of the castle, so probably the most important people are going to stay here. Now it's connected to another island which is called the Bailey. Now, the Bailey is then connected to the mainland. So the only way to get to the Motte is to go through the Bailey. Now, in the Bailey, you'd have your soldiers living and sleeping there. So it's really good defence because it's going to be difficult for them, for your enemies to get through there to get up to the mound. So it's a way of keeping your people and yourself safe in what might be hostile land. So you might have land full of people who don't like you. Now, the Bailey's connected by the mainland through a drawbridge. This is a bridge, you'll probably be familiar, that can be lifted up to allow people to cross over. And so they can keep people out. And you've got a moat, you've got water surrounding it to make it really difficult for people to get in. Now, yes, they can swim, yes, they can climb, but while they're swimming and climbing, your people are going to be at the top of this fence here. It's called a palisade wall. It's basically a wall made of sticks, sharp sticks in the ground. Now you can be throwing things over at them to stop them getting. That could be things like boiling hot water. It could be shooting arrows down. Depends what you're doing. Now, if they manage to get over with the bridge up, they're going to have to climb over a wall with sharp pointed sticks at the top. So it is quite difficult to attack this. Now, if they do manage to get into the Bailey, there's still this separation between the Motte and the Bailey. So your men can start retreating up here, and then the bridge is usually quite weak. So when they're coming up, they can be destroying the bridge to cut off the Motte from the Bailey to make it even more difficult, because the Motte would be very high land, very difficult to climb, and then you've got the same problems they would have getting in the Bailey, palisade wall, sharp sticks to keep them out. Okay? And people throwing things down. Now, what you're going to think about, I've got another drawing of it here, is you're going to think about what are the good things and what are the bad things about this type of castle.